Hi Trey, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps, here to do your analysis on your hitting. We're going to talk about your setup, your swing plane, your position of contact, how you get your lower half involved, and your finish. From a setup standpoint, Trey, I think it's you could probably be a little bit wider. Okay, I think I'd start that front foot someplace there. You know, maybe another 3 or 4 inches in width. And that would widen you out a little bit. Good position for your hands. I like where your hands are at. So not too bad there. Okay, let's see what happens here when we stride. Oh boy. Okay, so understand this, Trey, as a hitter. When we stride, the only thing that's going to go forward is your foot. You're not going to transfer weight when you stride. You're just going to transfer your foot. Okay? You're going to transfer your weight when you swing. So I noticed in here that you swing through a couple of these pitches, and the reason is because, you know, from here, when I start clicking this clip forward, your head shouldn't stay in that circle. It should stay right there. You can see where it goes. Comes completely out of the circle. Okay? And so what the combination of your head moving forward with the ball coming at you is pretty difficult to be very consistent as a hitter. There's a reason that only that guy in Seattle, the Ichiro guy, is the only guy in Seattle, the only guy in baseball that hits the way he does. Because it takes superhuman eye-hand coordination to be moving forward as an object's coming towards you and then trying to square it up with a round stick. So you've got to get to a point where, let's go ahead and look at another swing here, is that you load. Okay, you load. I see some weight on your backside here, and then just the front foot goes, it hits the ground, and then you swing. It's a 3-part deal. It's load, stride, swing. It's not load, stride, swing with a big hesitation in between, and on the other end of the spectrum, it's not load, stride, swing. You got to have rhythm. You got to have tempo. It's got to be 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter if the guy is throwing 90 miles an hour or 19 miles an hour. You still have to have the same rhythm to your swing. Okay? So you got to make sure that you don't stride and swing. Right now you're striding and swinging at the same time. All that happens at the same time. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your swing plane. Okay, your route you take with your bat to the baseball. Okay, what we're looking for is a downward angle, and then it gets flat through the contact zone, and then a nice high finish. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so you get a little bit flat a little early. It's not too bad. Your barrel's flat right now, and I'd rather see it be flat at this click right here the rest of the way through. Because if you get flat too soon, Trey, you end up having kind of what we call a long swing. And we want to have a short, compact swing. Okay, not a lengthy swing, because as you get older, pitchers are going to start throwing a lot harder, and you have to be shorter to the baseball. Okay, let's talk about your position of contact, which is right there. Okay, well, let's do this. You're out in front of the pitch here. Let's click this back. Yeah, I can't see your arm there. Okay, we'll leave it there. That's fine. So this is pretty good. You got a little bit of a bend here, like that. Okay, that's okay. What we'd like to see is this. your arm will just come down and make an L right here. Okay? And if you hit the ball where you're supposed to, you know, if you were hitting that baseball back here someplace, you'd have that L. Okay? So that's pretty good. Your right arm is textbook. Very good. Your head slot appears to be very good, right behind the baseball. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? We'll take that. The angles in your lower half now, let's talk about those. Okay? That's a very good angle here. A little bend there in that knee. Still firm, but with some flex to it. And your back side, your back leg is maybe just a little bit too far down. It's close, but when you get to a certain point, you start to lose a little bit of the ability to resist against it. So that's real close there. I wouldn't complain too much about that. I love where your front foot is on this. Nice and closed. That's very good. Okay. So I want to make sure that, Trey, that you understand what you're trying to do here, okay, as you swing this bat, and how we get that lower half involved in our swing. What we're trying to do is we get to this point right here, Trey. Okay, we're trying to drive this knee, this back knee, down to the inside of that front foot. We're trying to exert as much pressure as we can to create some energy and some torque and some bat speed from our lower half. Okay? Now, in order to tell if you're doing it hard enough, and I'm going to watch here for a second, I'm going to watch the inside of your foot on your front foot, right in there. Now, what I should see is your front foot kind of trying to twist away or roll over a little bit. And I see a little bit of movement there, so that's pretty good. If you can keep your front foot on the ground without any problem, then you're not pushing hard enough. You've got too much bend in your back leg. That would be the results of that. It should be very difficult for you to keep that foot on the ground. Very difficult. Okay? But when you are able to resist it from that happening and you keep that foot on the ground, you're creating energy and power and bat speed, all the things we want. Okay, so let's look at your finish now. Okay, I would just like to see that finish a little more up. Okay, rather than around your body. Around your body usually means you're going to hit a lot of balls to your pull side, to the right side of the infield or right field. We want you to be able to hit to all three fields, so you'll have a better chance of that by doing that. Let's look at a couple more swings. I think you swing through these balls here, but we're just going to watch the swing itself. Yeah, that's too wide, Trey. From here to here, and right now you're unathletic, okay? And when you don't have what we call dynamic balance in the batter's box. And you need to have dynamic balance in the batter's box when you finish that swing. You'd have a hard time getting out of that box very fast, that spread out. So you either got to narrow up your setup or cut down the amount of stride you're taking. Now that one's a little better there. Even though you missed this, no, you hit this one. No, you missed this one. That's still a pretty good look right there. Okay? Just make sure. Okay? On this swing here, your back foot, you're right on the tip of your toe. And you want that to be back a little bit so you can be on the ball of your foot, of your back foot. But again, some great angles here. This is a great angle. This is a great angle. Your head's in a perfect position. Okay? Again, I think the reason why you're missing balls being soft tossed to you is because of all the movement going forward as you stride. Remember, load, stride, swing. Load, stride, swing. And make sure you get that stride foot down before you initiate that swing. But a lot of good stuff here for you, Trey. I think you just keep working hard. Get that stride taken care of, and I think you have a good chance to become a good young hitter. Thanks a lot. Have a great summer. Look forward to seeing you at another ABC baseball camp.